Hey guys, hi everyone. So welcome to our channel where we bring you arts, music, and related topics. And if you want to see more Canadian content, cultural arts, please subscribe to our channel. And you also get notified if you click on the bell icon for new videos. So in today's video, I'll be continuing this mini series about lenticular printing and lenticular images, which I started last week. And if you want to know a little bit about what lenticular is and how I've used it in my artwork, you can check out that other video. It's called Lenticular Part 1 on circle shapes, unusual art materials. Right, let's get into it. And I will share my screen just like last week. And I'll show you some lenticular designs on square and rectangular sheets. So here is the video, and I will start it in a second. So yeah, in this video, I will just be going through and talking a little bit as the designs come up and talk you through some of them. So these are all samples that I've received from overseas manufacturers or local printers. I'm based in Montreal, so actually if you know of any good lenticular printers, just let me know. I'm always interested in sourcing new materials and also visiting new printer shops. And in my first video, I'll also have a recap of what lenticular is. You can always look it up as well. But basically, lenticular printing, I just have like a note here, is a technology in which lenticular lenses, which is also used for 3D displays, are used to produce printed images with an illusion of depth, or the ability to change or move as the image is viewed from different angles. So you see here, you'll have, either text or image that has a flip effect or a wink effect. There's many different effects as you move them. Some of them move from side to side, some if you tilt forward, up and down, and some, fade to dark, or some where the text appears. There's so many different design options. So this one was Surfer Nerf. And all of these designs, or all of these sheets, I've actually now cut up and used in my artwork. I used it to create a lenticular cloak, and the artwork was called Invisibility Cloak. I'll share some photos of that in the next video. So before I cut it up, I actually took a video of all of these samples, sort of just to document them, and it was kind of a pity to have to cut it up, even if it was to create, artworks, because they were so, compelling and beautiful, really interesting in their own way as they were. So I almost wanted to keep all of them and not use them. And there's a lot of, so all of these lenticular designs, all of these samples are taken off of currently running commercial production. So it's a company from somewhere in the world who had it designed, who had put in an order maybe for 10,000 or more of these pieces, or even less. But so you'll see some from Disney, some from Avengers, a lot of like different pop culture sources. A lot of dinosaurs too, actually, because these lenticular designs were printed on a soft PVC material, and a lot of them were destined to be put on kids' clothing. Because it's soft, you can like sew it onto fabric. Here's a kind of gory one. So in looking at these, sometimes the color can change, and sometimes the movement as well. This one was pretty neat in that the effect was quite pretty clear and disappeared almost completely at a certain angle, which you don't have in all designs. They don't always achieve that. So here really you have that swipe motion and disappearing of the text, which worked pretty well. So I'd be interested to know who are there some like graphic designers out there who specialize in this, because it really is a different skill to either design the images and to think of the movement. This butterfly one was pretty attractive and pretty, but the motion was a bit not definite. So you can see like the wings, you expect it to really fully fold and then show fully expanded, but you always have kind of in between. So it wasn't that successful. This one was sort of the same TNT. I don't know if these are figures from a comic or something like that. I don't know what it is, but these were pretty well done. And so going back to some notes, just for your information, I didn't know this, but some terms for lenticular prints, maybe in the 90s, I'm not sure because I've never heard of these, include flickers, winkies, wiggle pictures, and tilt cards. So that must be a pretty old term, tilt cards. And the trademarks, I guess some of the original printers who made these were Vari Vue and Magic Motion. And let me know if any of you have a Vari Vue or Magic Motion. I don't. Apparently the cover for a Rolling Stones album cover was a lenticular image printed by Vari Vue. So that'd be cool to see if someone actually has that still. And this one also was kind of a messy movement. Like it looked great, but it's not very clear. Calvin Klein, this one didn't do too much. It mostly had an illusion, I guess, of depth. No real movement, just a little bit of 3D effect on the font, on the text, sorry. This one was super cute. And you see the eyes blinking on the cat. And also the little pink hearts appear and disappear. So sometimes if you have an image and only a small portion of it moves, that could be very effective as well. So you don't have to have the entire image move. It could just be a small, like blinking eye could be very powerful as well. So some examples of lenticular printing include flip and animation effects, such as the winking eyes that we just saw. And you can also have, messages and text like we saw earlier too. That was a Marvel one. This is, Spiderman. This one was really great. I don't know if you can tell the full effect of it up close, but it had a really strong 3D effect. Nice, vibrant colors, which you don't always get in the lenticulars, I find. I don't know if it gets washed out in the process, like the saturation of the colors, the effect. This one was very saturated still. Another one of the butterflies. This one was a little better than the other one. You can see the wings really do have a definite movement, although, it was okay. And Batman Lego. This one I spent a bit of time on filming just because there were so many details to capture and it was pretty complex. So a very interesting lenticular. And sometimes you have to really tilt a lot to make the first image completely not visible. So, oh yeah, this is the Lego movie. I don't know which one. It seems like there were many Lego movies. So yeah, I had to cut all of these images up, which was kind of a pity, but you will see them within this huge cloak that I made. So they're still there, even though in little smaller pieces. This one was another great saturated color one, and nice appearance of the numbers. And so if you look into lenticular, it has such a long and rich history. I mean, as with all printing techniques, of course, but this one, you know, you have motion that's introduced or illusion that's introduced. So there's, it's a really rich field to study and to create in, I think. It kind of reminds me, well, you know, in Harry Potter, well, when they're reading newspapers and you have the moving motions on them, like a few second of moving motions, obviously like it was magic in Harry Potter, but it's, but lenticular has that, almost that same effect. I think it can have up to a 3-second movement, image movement. So in a way, it's sort of, yeah, kind of magical without using, you know, electricity or anything like that. So that's what always drew me to lenticular. I think it's really fun. And the process of making it also intrigues me. So this is like a really cute donut figure, one of my favorites, I think. So it's like, this one's super lively, and this one was also very well done. So it's unique in that the sheet is all white, and you just have these 2 circles that are lenticular that are moving. So also very effective. I mean, imagine if that was like a huge billboard staring at you. That would be pretty intense. And back to billboards, yeah, that I think you can achieve the same kind of lenticular effect of moving between images. There's some kid craft versions of it where you know, cut up different strips and then you sort of make them flip back and forth. So there's kind of low-tech hacks to make lenticular, either as crafts or for billboards. They also use that. And this one was really beautiful because this is a cityscape. The lights within each building, they all change. So that was real, and it changes from day to evening, if you can see that effect. So I thought it was a really kind of refined, quiet, but beautiful piece with a nice motion. Yeah, you can see there how soft the material is. So incredible now to see what the printers are capable of to print that on. But I guess, you know, soon they're going to be coming out with screens, like real screens that can roll or fold or something. So I guess that's no big deal for them. This was neat. This was limited movement, but really great depth, actually. It really recreated that kind of retro video game look. Probably I didn't zoom in enough, but you really see it in person. This one was just back to that sunglasses look. A lot of kids like character images use that, where the sunglasses go on and off. And that is it for the lenticular images on squares and rectangles. So thanks for watching through that with me. I don't know if there's anyone who's watching who's like a lenticular buff or who has created designs for lenticular. That would be really neat to know. And if you have any lenticular collectibles, that'd be cool to see as well. So that's it for today. And next time I will show some more lenticular examples on triangle shapes. I have a bunch coming up. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video.